The Isaiah Factor Uncensored starts right now.
And welcome to The Factor Uncensored on this cold Friday night. Well, tonight we can safely say the worst is behind us with this winter storm, but we still have a lot of work to do. Many have had their power restored. Many are still struggling with their running water. But now the rebuilding process begins, and so we brought together some community leaders to give you some resources on how to get help. Sandra, let's begin with you. You get all of the calls from many of the seniors in our community. You have been working tirelessly, taking those calls. What kind of need is there out there?
Isaiah, my phones have been ringing off the wall 24 hours a day by seniors who not only need food, but water. I had one senior call me today, 91 years old. She said she hadn't had a hot meal since Sunday, and water is running all over their apartment in the Sunnyside community.
It's rough out there. And State Representative Johnson, you know this is nothing new. You have seniors in your community. You and your staff have been going out trying to physically take them supplies.
Absolutely. As I'm talking to you, I'm sitting in my own house that was without power for 44 hours and pipes burst. And so now, but I'm fortunate. I'm blessed. I have an opportunity to have a car. I can move around, but there's so many senior citizens that can't. And we know the city and the county set up sites where people can go to get resources, but there's so many senior citizens that cannot get out. They're homebound, or they don't have the cars. And so it's important that we reach them and we go to where they are. And so my staff has been diligently going about and making sure we reach them. And tomorrow we'll reach out, and we're working with the Independence Heights Redevelopment Council, and we're going to be delivering meals to senior citizens and bringing water, because it's just the necessities that they need. I mean, just the simple, bare necessities. And unfortunately, this is a situation that could have been that could have been avoided. You can never estimate God's awesome power and what He's going to bring, which that freeze was. But I think the state of Texas certainly could have did a much better job of what we did. But I think we're going to go to the State House and make sure that this never happens again.
Dr. Bishop James Dixon, when we talk about the rebuilding process, that's where we are now. And you constantly give from your church as well. For those who are looking for assistance out there, what's available?
Well, Isaiah, thank you for having us. The need is astronomical, and it's going to, thank God for the faith-based organizations. I talked to Bishop Sheldon Beatty today. We're organizing churches to make sure that we are collecting food items, food and water, so that we can become distribution centers, if you will, supplying and resupplying those shelters that have all that exhausted their resources and depleted their resources, and the mentioning of senior citizens, been able to take these goods directly to those who don't have transportation and who are not connected to an entity or an organization. That's vitally important. I think that it's going to be a network, if you will, of compassion. And on this coming Sunday, we have a Compassion in Action food and water drive that Jarvis Johnson, our rep, will be a part of that. The mayor's a part of that. And KTSU 90.9 FM is supporting that. We've got multiple people coming on board because we need thousands of Houstonians to donate to an event like Compassion in Action food drive this Sunday afternoon. Go to our website, fdcommunityoffaith.org, for more information. But it's going to take all helping hands, caring and sharing to make the difference. We can do it if we do it together.
And Dr. Shabazz, that's the point. We as Houstonians and those who live in the region, we need to get involved. If we're able-bodied and we're able to have the resources to give and to help out, we need to help as well, not just rely on these state officials, community leaders, but we can do our part as well.
That is certainly true. And, you know, the truth of the matter is the community's needs were already great. And this is really that COVID and this weather emergency has exacerbated those needs. And so I'm certainly thankful to the Honorable Mayor Sandra Massey Hines, because she's on the forefront, and I really, really appreciate her. And so certainly, I certainly appreciate the mayor, Sylvester Turner. he has given so much of himself, but he certainly has provided water resources throughout the city. He has given those resources to every council district to allow us to try to reach our own constituents. And he's also, as of 2 o'clock today, he gave out water to the at-large council members who will also be able to give water all over the city. And so we're really trying to meet those needs. And then we have organizations, I believe the Texas YMCA over on Martin Luther King, they're providing hot meals. There are pop-up kitchens coming up. I believe that I have a pop-up kitchen coming up along with Councilmember Letitia Plummer. And so I'm very, very glad to be a vessel for this, but this is certainly something that is ongoing for my community in particular.
Now, over the weekend, we will be keeping our eye on the resources available for you and posting them at the Isaiah Factor Uncensored Facebook page. So keep your eye on that. We'll be